No, somebody has a picture of, I think it's the girl from Santa Rosa. I forgot her name, but it's
Hello, everyone. This is Thursday night Pleximonies, and we are so excited tonight that you've joined us. My name is Candy Jackson, and I absolutely love Thursday nights. It's one of my favorite nights of the week because we get to hear how this product is transforming lives. And we have a couple of wonderful testimonies tonight. I know we moved this call up a little bit earlier to accommodate different time zones, but we are gonna go ahead. I know some people will still be joining us, and I love what this product does for people. And I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our first guest speaker, which is Valerie, actually, Valerie Mount, but I know her as Val, so it's all great. And she and I go back. She said was looking at a picture today back to 2008. Uh,
Mhm.
and Val has a specialness about her. And when I saw her post something, and she's going to tell the story, November of 23 actually was when she
Yep.
posted something, and she'll tell
Mhm.
you that part that I just thought I have got to message her. And I hadn't talked to her in like 12 years from that point, other
Mhm.
than one phone call. I think we had that one phone call when he was
Yeah.
in Arizona. But she'll tell you the rest of the story. But her transformation has been incredible. It's inspiring. I tell her story all the time to people, and we get her live tonight because she's got what, four boys, four grandsons, works full
Yeah.
time, cares for her grandparent, her mom and dad, and her grandma. They live
Mhm.
with her. Like she
Yeah.
is like a busy lady. So Val,
Yeah.
it's such an honor to have you with us. Just share from your heart what you've got going on and how this has helped you.
Well, I would just like to say, first of all, thank you, Candy, for reaching out to me that time because, sometimes we don't reach out and we don't always get online and we don't always, when we see somebody's post, want to post or message them sometimes and be like, what are you doing? What's this about? And so I had seen Candy posting about Plexus, and my initial thought was, here we go, something else, because I have tried a million things. I've tried Weight Watchers, Optavia. I did Fen for years, which I'm going to say right now that it caused heart damage. And it's true what they say about Fen back in the day. I'm 30, at 35 years old, I had to get a pacemaker.
Mm.
I tried Noom, I tried, everything I've tried. But one thing I learned is that um you can't do quick fix, right? And those are the things that I tried to always do. So I'm going to back up. I started in November of 2023. Candy had saw a post on my Facebook that I had migraines. So growing up, I had migraines from the time I started puberty until 18 months ago. And so I was constantly on medications. I took Emitrex. I took a daily. And one thing we learned is that they were hormone based and food based. And so, and it didn't help that when I would do all these other crazy diet plans trying to lose weight, that the eating plan or meal plan could mess with my headaches, right? Because they would want me to eat a certain thing. And if I had never had that before, it might have triggered a migraine. So, with that said, when Candy reached out to me, I was a little skeptical, just because I've done everything under the sun, it seems like. And I just wasn't sure I really wanted to try something else or invest in it. And then what happened was, is she said they had a 60-day money back guarantee. Well, nothing I've ever tried before had a 60-day money back guarantee. And I thought, man, they really must know their stuff or they wouldn't do that. So I was very skeptical. So when I first started, I wasn't consistent. I started in November of 2023. And this is kind of a before picture. I know it's kind of hard to see. I didn't have time to print it, but I was about 230 pounds right here. And so I wasn't consistent. And my husband and I went to Las Vegas. He plays pool, like billiards. And we were there in May of last year, 2024, and we went to a Mexican restaurant for Cinco de Mayo. And they, you know how they have photographers at restaurants, sometimes they'll go around and snap pictures. Well, they snapped a picture and they gave it to me. And I about fell over when they gave it to me. I was trying to find it really quick, but I can't on my phone. And I was mortified. And I came home and I was like, you know what? I'm really going to devote myself to Plexus and I'm really going to get consistent. I have been on it for 18 months solid. And I think I've missed one day out of that entire time. And I'm going to tell you, since getting consistent with Plexus, I am completely off all of my migraine medications. I haven't even refilled my prescription in 12 months. And so I don't even, my doctor, when you go to the doctor and they're like, do you take these medicines? Do you take these medicines? I'm like, oh no, I don't take those anymore. You can actually take them off my chart because I don't need them. And they were like, well, what are you doing? And I said, well, I've got my gut health in check. And that just started everything. I'm down 60 pounds from 230 to
Whoa.
170.
Wow.
Yes, in 18 months. And I think sometimes for people, I know for sure I'm 100% guilty of this. I want it now, right? And what I really had to do is I really had to listen to Candy and I really had to be consistent and I really had to give it time because everybody's body reacts differently to different things. And what I found is I was a slow starter because I have put my body through so many things that it acts really quick at first and then it kind of tapers off. And that's because my body's used to the yo-yo, right? Well, after about, I would say 12 months, I really started to see the weight loss. And this side-by-side picture, I don't know if you guys saw the flyer, but this is the difference. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's a 60-pound difference there. And what it's done for me is I have 4 boys and I have now my 4th grandson on the way. He'll be here next April. And what it's done for me is it's given me energy and it really has helped me. I mean, let me tell you something. Last weekend I had the 5-month-old newborn and my 8-year-old grandson by myself for the first time for the entire weekend. Thank you, Plexus. That's all I got to say. I use the hunger control and I put a active in it, which is our active is like our energy drinks, right? But without all the chemicals and all the harsh sugars and stuff. So I combine those two. And that's my go-to every single day. I have not missed a day. And the one thing to help me be consistent, because I know sometimes people say, oh, I forgot to take it. Well, I kind of was doing that in the beginning too, but what I did is I put it in my bathroom next to my toothbrush. So I knew the minute I was done brushing my teeth, I made my drink and I drink it all the way on my commute to work every single day. And that's really what the game changer was for me, was the consistency and having it in my bathroom to make sure that I'm consistent.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow. And didn't you say there were some other things? Because I know.
Oh, yes. I
Yes.
forgot about that. I wrote it down, but I forgot. So in 2018, I had my gallbladder taken out. It wasn't working anymore. And so I lived in Arizona at the time. And I just went to the doctor and she's like, well, your gallbladder is not functioning at all. It's not ejecting anything anymore. And I said, okay. So they took it out. That was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare having my gallbladder taken out because it compounded my migraines because my food wasn't processing the same way. And then it changed what I could actually eat. Because if I ate anything greasy or buttery or anything like that, I needed to be close to a restroom. Sorry, I know it's TMI, but it's facts. And I remember one time in particular, I had ate something at work. And I went home from work and I was sick in the bathroom. I literally thought I was dying. I called my mom to come down to the home. She got there. I was on the bathroom floor, sweating profusely. I was sick. And we thought we were gonna have to go to the hospital. So with all that said, what this has done for me is it's given my gut a balance, right? So it's gone in and it's balanced my gut to where I still know what my triggers are for my migraines and I don't eat as much of that stuff. But what it has done is it's taken away the anxiety of eating, right? Because when I first got my gallbladder taken out, I think I must have been like a size 4. I was so tiny because I couldn't eat. And so what this has done for me is it's given me a very balanced gut. It has stabled out my mood. It has given me energy. I don't have sugar cravings like I used to. Now don't get me wrong, I still have sweets every now and then because Handel's ice cream is amazing. But I don't have that sit down at 7 p.m. and crave ice cream or something at 7 p.m. So that's something else that it really helped me with. And I'm going to tell you this one thing and then I'll be quiet. But my dad is a Vietnam veteran and he has terrible knee problems from jumping out of helicopters. So he was complaining one day about his knees hurting him really bad. Well, we have a product called Nerve and Ease. They come in a supplement pill form. Well, I had started taking those because in 2018, I had spine surgery after a car accident. So my back has been really bad since then. Well, Candy had mentioned to me about it because I don't want to be taking painkillers and all the unnatural stuff. So we tried it, and within, I would probably say a week to 2 weeks, I started feeling relief in my spine. So I put my dad on it, and he doesn't go a month without it now. And we use the Ease Cream topical for his knees when they're really sore. So there's multiple areas that Plexus can really help your life. And it's just amazing once you get on it and get stabilized and get going on the Triplex, which is what Candy had me start on. It was amazing.
Christmas Eve night, my dad and I would get Christmas takeout, just the two of us.
That is
What was that?
awesome. I think that was
Oh,
just,
somebody was on. I
yeah,
get it. They
yeah,
weren't muted.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible, Val. I just love your story and I could listen to it every week. So, and now I want you to introduce your
Yes. So
customer,
what's really
brand
cool
ambassador.
about Plexus as well is you know, you meet people from other organizations and stuff. And Terry and I had connected over Facebook because we were both health coaches for another company.
Optavia.
Yes, Optavia. And so the one thing I'm just going to put this in here, Optavia was like a meal replacement thing, and it's not life sustainable. It's not sustainable at all. It's 100 calories 5 times a day, and they're all their stuff. And what I noticed is you get tired and lethargic and all that stuff. So Terry and I hooked up through Facebook on that because we were both health coaches. And then I had posted something else on there, and Terry had reached out to me about some other organization I was with as well. And Terry and I just kind of have fell into each other as friends, and we share a lot of common things in our life. And so Terry decided to go ahead and jump on Plexus. And once she fell in love with it, she decided to become a coach. So I'm going to introduce you to Terry. She is a gold, and she's on her way to senior gold, which I don't know if you guys know what that means, but it means she's helping a lot of people feel a lot better.
Yes. Yay. All right. Thank you, Val.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Always looking for something. You know, I've always been looking for something. I've tried so many different things over the years, all the way back going into my teens. I was overweight in my teens. I had IBS in my teens, which started the whole roller coaster. I didn't want to be on meds that they wanted to put me on, like Metamucil or just other prescriptions. I'm like, no, I've got to be able to, I've got to learn how to correct this situation through what I eat and exercise and the stress, the whole 9 yards. And so I never agreed to get on meds. And so through the years, I tried different things to stay away from, or if I ate them, I knew I would not feel good. And just kind of limped along basically. And tried it, like I said, I tried a bunch of different programs trying to get that fix, whether it was to get my IBS under control, my weight, just everything, the overall feeling good. Like sometimes we get it in our head, if we get that magic number on the scale, everything will be wonderful. Well, no, it's not, because it's more inside our gut, our head, you know, it all works together like that. It doesn't work together on the exterior, right? So Val had posted a post on Facebook about her situation and how amazing it's been helping her. And I'm like, time, right? And so in January, I started with the Triplex system, which is the pink drink and the BioCleanse and prebiotic. And actually, to be quite honest, I had a few hiccups at first because I was trying to intermix some of my other foods from other programs. And once I stopped that, it's pretty much been clear sailing. There's not a day that goes by that I don't use the products. It's like Val said, you just get into the habit of consistency. I make my drink in the morning. I drive to work with it. Same thing. I've got them in I've got the little packets of flavors, whether it be active, hunger control, hydrate, all these different things. I've got them with me at all times in my desk, everywhere. And it's just been a lifesaver. I over the years, I've also dealt with energy and fatigue, sleep issues. I've actually been on the CPAP machine before, and I'm so gradually getting away from those. I mean, I can't even say the last time I had a headache since I've been in the groove and getting things in alignment. So it's just been amazing. Um, and so I'm reaching out to help others because there's so many of us, whether we're desperate or we're just looking for that next fix that's going to take us to another level. It's really been a game changer. This has been a game changer, and it's so much more sustainable. It's more affordable. You know, it fits right in. Um, it and I'll keep sharing it for as long as I can. You know, just people need to hear this from us. They're not hearing it from their doctors because doctors are so used to pushing meds. And once we introduce them to it and we can get them to try some, they'll feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just keep encouraging people to keep trying and keep the consistency so that they can feel better because it may take a short time. Some people feel results of certain areas in a short period of time. I know like my mom started with nerve and ease, and within a few days, she was like a new person. Okay. That's not typical. Everybody is different. It might take you 2 or 3 months, but the thing is, consistency is so key, you know? So,
Yes, very good. Wow. Thank you, Terry. And what I love about this is it's just sharing. You guys, it's just sharing. Val was posting on Facebook something about what it's done for her. Terry sees that and goes, "Oh, well, maybe I should check out this product." And I actually saw, and not that Facebook is everything, because a lot of my customers have come from me just in my phone seeing, "Oh, this person could really benefit from this." But I'm just saying with Val to see that she was having migraines, and I was so new, I didn't even know what I was doing, but I just knew from everything I read about gut health that if we got our gut healthy, her migraines would be better and go away. So anyway, you guys did a fabulous job. And as we go to the next thing, we're going to share a few slides here because we do want to make this something that people can watch and learn a little bit more from. So hang on just a second while I do the technology here. Okay, here we go. All right. Do you all see that slide? Okay. So just a little bit about Plexus is that we are an A+ BBB rating company. We are the OG gut health company. We're leaders in gut health and microbiome focused wellness. We began as a breast health company, debt-free, privately owned, and all products are made in the USA. In fact, we're based in Scottsdale, Arizona, named to the top Inc. 5,000 fastest growing companies, over 450,000 customers worldwide, including Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and now Japan. Millions spent in philanthropy. And for every, excuse me, for every lean product, which is our shake, And I love our shakes. They taste like Frosties from Wendy's. And they're protein. 10 meals are donated, and for every reset, which I'll talk about in a second, 3 meals are donated. And the October special is that every skincare system, $5 is donated, and every breast health kit, two dollars is donated. So those are just some of those things that we love to share about Plexus, because people are like, who's Plexus? What is it about? Okay, so next up, we've been talking about gut health, but you know that we have 30 products. And so we also have general wellness. We have the omegas, we have the vitamins, and our vitamins are premium. I'll tell you that. That's a whole nother Zoom we could do. Immune health, weight management. If you're into weight loss, like both Val and Terry, this will really help with that. Skincare, kids wellness, and we are all natural, plant-based, non-GMO, gluten-free, and no artificial sweeteners. And we are third-party tested. So moving on to your gut. Okay. I love that one of my customers, Kay, she always talks about being she says, I never thought I'd be a gut coach, but I'm a gut coach. So meet your gut. Gut health has a huge impact on everything we do and how we feel. So just a couple fun facts is your gut is home to trillions of microbes, bacteria, fungi, and viruses, some good and some not so good. Your gut is the second brain or the command center communicating to almost every system in your body, influencing everything from digestion, nutrient absorption, metabolism to hormone balance, immune function, and even brain chemistry and mood. Most of your feel-good neurotransmitters, which are serotonin and dopamine, are made in the gut. So this is why it helps with people's moods, anxiety, and all those things, because that gets leveled out, like Val was saying. And that 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. But what throws it off? Well, our poor diet in the United States and around the world, processed foods, sugar, lack of sleep or exercise, chronic stress, medications, over-the-counter stuff, pollution, and environmental toxins. So basically, your gut is the key to your wellness. Some of the signs of an unhealthy gut, and we have a sheet, the Candida yeast sheet, that has all kinds of things that you wouldn't even think were related to the gut. But here's just a few of them, which are fatigue, low energy, brain fog, lack of motivation, slow metabolism or weight struggles, blood sugar swings, estrogen or cortisol, PMS, frequent sicknesses, allergies, migraines, headaches, skin problems, brittle nails, hair loss, allergies, food sensitivities, mood swings, irritability, and migraines, headaches, and poor sleep, bloating, gas, and irregularity, joint and discomfort, rheumatoid arthritis, and chronic inflammation. So what can happen though, when you restore that balance to your gut and nourish your microbiome in your gut, is these good things: renewed energy, sharper focus, improved digestion and nutrient absorption, healthy blood sugar levels, clearer skin, improved heart health, better brain health, restful sleep, balanced hormones and mood, reduced inflammation, and stronger immunity. So I would say look at that list. And if you have any of those signs of an unhealthy gut, and it doesn't have to hurt. That's the other thing. People always go, well, my gut doesn't really hurt. Well, mine never did either. But my energy was up and down. I always wanted that extra caffeine in the afternoon, or my sleep was interrupted, just different things that are very subtle, irregularity in the bathroom, those kinds of things. So what can help with that? Well, let me introduce you to the first of our 3 products that we feature in our Triplex system that we've been talking about tonight that helps balance out the microbiome in your gut. So first off, meet Slim, what is what we call it, our patented pink drink. So we have 2 versions of Slim: the microbiome activating, which works on gut health, blood sugar regulation. It has prebiotic fibers. It helps balance out that blood sugar. And that is key, you guys, because when you balance out your blood sugar, you're balancing out the rest of your body, because that balances out the insulin. And insulin is your largest hormone that controls everything else in your body. The other thing about this product is that when we started this, we started as a breast health company, but then that next year we went into helping people with diabetes. And we found out when we were helping to balance out that blood sugar glucose levels, that they were getting healthier in all kinds of areas. Thus, we have this huge list of things that were a benefit of just focusing on helping to balance out their sugar regulation. And then we have the slim hunger control, which we've been talking about tonight too. It is appetite control, blood sugar regulation. It does have fibers to feel fuller longer. And a couple days this week, or last week and the beginning of this week, I had left without packing, bringing my salad with me or something that I like to have around noon because of where I go to take my granddaughters to school. It's a 30-minute drive. And sometimes I just kind of stay out in that end of town. Well, bottom line is I forgot any food. And I thought, well, I'll just grab another Slim Hunger Control for my lunch. And I'll tell you, that just filled me right up. I felt strong and good. And it was like, okay, so on those days, I'm going to have 2 a day. You can have 1 or 2. And clinical studies show that when you drink the pink drink that we're talking about, it grows your Akkermansia and other good bacteria that we already have. And it also helps your metabolism work better. And so then you're burning your food as energy versus putting it into the fat cells. So we have some other drinks too, which are the active, which is clean energy, and it supports nitric oxide. This is what Val was talking about. I think we all take it. I take it. I just had one this afternoon with my pink drink. Muscle recovery, immune support. It has the Super 7 foods in it, which are plant extracts for cherry, blueberry, kale, turmeric, broccoli, green coffee, and green coffee bean and green tea. Now I share that because there are some of you that are sciencey. Others of you just want to know, okay, how does it work? Let's just get on it. All right. And then Hydrate is our electrolyte drink, which I love. I think we all love our Hydrate. Kids can drink it. Coconut water powder, aloe vera, magnesium to hydrate the body. And it's got tart cherry and no sugar. It's caffeine free.
One thing really quick, I'm going to interject here just for a second on
Yes.
the Hydrate. My
Yes.
husband is pre-diabetic. I forgot to mention this earlier.
Oh.
And he started taking the Hydrate and his doctor said that it was really good for him because of he used to do Gatorade, which is full of sugar.
Right. Right.
Sorry.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Val. That is awesome. And then the other thing is that the Restore, which is a liver detox and cellular renewal with berberine, spinach, spirulina, hibiscus, and ginger. And it supports the digestion and curbs hunger. That is a great product. It does come in one of our other kits, which is our 3-day reset. So I'm going to talk about that in just a sec, but first I want to finish talking about the Triplex. So this was the system that both Val and Terry started with. I started with it. And this is where we're going to weed out the unwanted microbiome and the bacteria, which basically is the excess candida yeast in your body. We want to get that out because that feeds all the inflammation, messes with your blood sugar, messes with pain, discomfort, headaches, all the things we've been talking about. And then we're going to seed your gut with beneficial enzymes and probiotics. And then we're going to feed and nourish it with beneficial microbes. So it's called the Weed, Seed, and Feed System. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing like it. I've searched and there's nothing like our system. It is the best of the best. And especially, I mean, I could talk about each one, but in the essence of time, I do want to just mention that with the ProBio 5, most probiotics that you buy on the market, and this is not to put anything down, but just to mention that typically they just feed you the good strains. But ours not only feeds you the good strains, but it has an antifungal and enzyme that breaks through the biofilms and kills unwanted intestinal candida yeast and the bad bacteria, which helps to restore then your gut to the way God made it. It helps heal your gut. Thus, like Val and Terry were talking about, all these good things can start to work, okay? So that is our triplex system, the OG of gut health. Now, for those weight people that are wanting to get on some kind of program where you can jumpstart your weight loss, this system is amazing. This is the reset. It's a 3-day nutritional supported fast that helps to reset your metabolism and set the stage for big results and achieve your wellness goals. And whether it's just to achieve healthy weight or nurture a healthy gut microbiome, or establish better eating habits, this is a really good system. You will get 71 grams of protein a day. You have something you're taking every 2 hours. I just had one of our customers tell us One of the guys say that, I never was hungry. I'm always about every 2 hours drinking something. We've got the shake in there. We've got 2 soups, one for lunch, one for dinner. We've got the Restore, which helps you, that curbs that appetite. We've got the hunger control, the hydrate, the active. It is just loaded. And it's 3 days that you don't have to go grocery shopping and pay for food. That way you can get it in this nutritional reset. Now, the other great news is that this package here is by far our most popular package. It's where you're going to get the most bang for the dollar because they have put these two together, Triplex plus Reset. So Triplex, again, being that 3-step system, weed, seed, and feed. The Reset being what we just talked about with the 3-day nutritional program. And the Reset is half off when you do it this way. Otherwise, you'd pay full price for Reset if you buy it separately. But even on reorders for customers, this is available. When you order your Triplex, you can get the Reset at half off. And it is everything that we just talked about. And these are some of the pictures. If you are interested in this, snap a picture of it. Talk to your friend who invited you on the call, or if you're watching the recording. And then also, these are some of our other popular wellness packages for active lifestyles. We can basically customize anything that will work for you with your health goals. We would want to know what those are. But again, we're going to probably be a pretty big advocate for starting with the Triplex because that gets your gut prepared for just about anything that you add to it. Okay, so next. Skincare. Okay, this is a new hot thing that we have. We love it because your skin has microbiome. So this way you can help youthful longevity and basically kind of unlock that area of your skin with this breakthrough skin microbiome friendly system. And it works with the gut system. So this skincare works with the Triplex because they're both working with the microbiome, one with the skin microbiome and one with the gut microbiome. And you can usually tell how people are doing by looking at their skin anyway, how healthy they are and all those things. But this is an incredible system. We've got some great before and afters, and it's only been out about 5.5, 6 months, and we've already been seeing great results. But they worked on this. Our doctors worked on this for months before they ever launched it. So that's a little taste of our skincare. Now, if you decide you want to try this product and give it a shot, we would love to have you as a customer. And you're going to get some very special benefits. So it's called VIP. You'd be eligible for the 25% off retail pricing like we are. You get a free personal referral link, which means you can earn product credits or cash when you refer and share it with somebody. You get your own link. You can send a cart to somebody, say, hey, I just started this new product. I'm so excited. It's going to help me with this, this, and this. And I would love you to do it with me because we can be buddies together. Let's just see how this works. Right now in October, if you refer one, you're going to receive $37. It actually almost works out now to $40, about $39.80 if they start with a Triplex. And if you refer 3, you're going to get $310 plus $150 Lululemon gift card. That's really cool. And if you refer 6, you're going to get $300 with Lululemon as a gift card. So what are the VIP specials? Well, you're going to get other things like free shipping this month plus 2 months after. So for a total of 3 months. And then the next step is just to think about, okay, where do you want to start? And talk to your friend or buddy who invited you on this or to listen to the recording. And then we'll help you get started, pick the best product for you and help you get onto your wellness journey. So that is really great. And the time right now, let's see here. I'm wanting to stay on. I know we started just a little bit late, so we're just almost done. The other thing I wanted to say really quick is, and I started doing this because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are just looking for some hope. They're looking for a healthy way to finish well, whether they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, because there's a lot of people out there that need something in their life right now. And in addition to that, whether it's health or it could be financial. And I thought this was very interesting. First off, there's 70 million people that suffer from digestive issues. That's why this is such an important thing that we want to get the word out. I always say each one, reach one. We don't want to leave anybody behind. If you know, you have a friend or family member and they don't know about this, let's do a three-way. Let's get them on a Zoom. Let's talk to them about it. Send them an information pack. Send them the quick short video with Dr. Logan or one of our short videos. And 85% of the customers agree that the gut health or the gut brain connection is linked to overall wellness. So, where gut health before was kind of like, what is gut health? And now people are like, oh my gosh, this is gut health. This is like the buzzword. We need to find out more about it. And that 44 million Americans have a side hustle. So if you combine over here, these things that people are out there looking for some way to get healthy, and you look over on the other side and go, well, wait, there's 44 million Americans that have a side hustle, and 76% of those say they love their side hustle more than their job, then there might be a place for you to be able to say, hey, I've got to share this with people, and then what happens with that. So those are just some of the things going on. And then the other thing, one other important fact is that they project that network marketing is projected to reach 329 billion by the year, which is this year, 2025. And 92% of Americans buy recommendations from people they know and trust. Thus, Terry with Val, Val with me. And you don't have to be like hanging out with them all the time, but if you've had a relationship and you built that credibility with them, then they're going to be more likely to listen, even if they've got those skeptical eyes going, this is kind of crazy. I don't know. It's one more thing. And then just the last couple things I'll close up is that the products that people need, Plexus is the OG of gut health. So that's really important. If you were ever going to be sharing something, it's great to share what we consider the best on the market. Number two, it's consumable. So if you did decide to make a little extra money, I mean, maybe $300 means a lot to you. Maybe $3,000 means a lot to you. Our extra 100, it's consumable, so people will reorder again, and it's transformational. Again, just as we wrap up here, these products get to the core root issues of blood sugar balance, inflammation, and gut health. And most every health issue can be tied back to those three things. And there are thousands and thousands of testimonies of transformations from gut and microbiome. In fact, if you just go to Facebook itself and put in like diabetes and plexus or weight loss and plexus, you will see some really amazing things. Oh, wow, here's our pictures. I didn't even know that this was our pictures up here. I just realized that. Wow, hi there. All right. That's amazing. I've got to give Richie a hand. Richie is on a plane right now. She's landing in San Francisco, pretty like she might have just landed, and then they're going to be coming here. So if you're in this area, please know that there's going to be some sip and sees on Saturday, and we'll get that information out to you. But just in closing, this page right here in the middle, do you see this little, 1U, 1, 2, all that, the little, I call it starburst model, is that when it starts with you, and then you share with 4 people, and those 4 people share with 4 people, and those 4 people share with 4 people. This is how you can have an explosion without even really knowing a lot of people. Marianne always says she has, 33,000 people in her organization, but she just started with her family and friends, but then they shared with some people that shared with some people. And after 8 years now, here she is with 30,000 people in her organization. So that's the beauty of this particular marketing plan. And I just think it's really worth sharing. So I wanted to just end on that note. And I just thank you all for being on tonight. I'm excited that you can share this with your family and friends. This will be recorded. It's available. We want to get the word out. This can be organically shared because we want to help people like what Terry's doing, Cindy's doing, David's doing, Doran and Tony are doing. I just heard about Tony talking to somebody, yesterday, right, Doran? And Val sharing. I mean, it's such a blessing. And as our CEO says, we are blessed to be a blessing, you know? And yeah, you're going to get some people that are kind of cranky sometimes and they don't just follow through and they don't do it they don't get it and they just want that quick fix. But there's so many people that are waiting for the way that somebody could take them by the hand and kind of walk them through. And the ones that aren't always right there right now, it seems like they always come back because they realize, oh, well, I guess you're right. There really isn't anything else out there. But they have to kind of do their own little journey, figure it all out and sort it all out themselves. And then that's how it works. So anyway, I'm going to stop the recording now. And if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to stay on for a minute, but I just love you all. And was one of my favorite nights. So hang on just a second. Let me just stop that. Okay, recording. Here we go. I can't get it to stop.